Free agency is upon us. The league's negotiating period officially opened today, and there have been a flurry of moves around the NFL. There were also a bunch of moves over the weekend leading into free agency, including that new contract for Ravens left tackle Ronnie Stanley. First of all, it was massive to agree to that deal with Ronnie to have him as the blindside protector for quarterback Lamar Jackson. Keeping Ronnie allows the Ravens to go into free agency and the draft without any major holes on this roster, and that is a great starting point for GM Eric DeCosta. Now, on the flip side of things, the Ravens have reportedly lost a couple of players early in free agency, and the first one is left guard Patrick McCary, who is reportedly headed to the Jacksonville Jaguars, according to multiple reports. He's an incredibly versatile player. He started the majority of last season at left guard, so the Ravens will have a new starter at that spot next year. On the defensive side of the ball, the Ravens also reportedly lost cornerback Brandon Stevens to the New York Jets on a 3-year contract that's reportedly worth $36 million. So those are two starters who are headed elsewhere in free agency, and that's part of the process that you go through every year at this time on the calendar. Now, today was also a reminder when you look at the league as a whole that offensive tackles get paid in free agency. When you looked at some of the moves today, the Titans signed Dan Moore from the Steelers to a 4-year contract reportedly worth $82 million. The Chiefs signed left tackle Jalen Moore from the 49ers to a 2-year deal worth $30 million. I already mentioned that McCary is headed to the Jaguars. That 3-year contract is reportedly worth up to $39 million. And of course, there's going to be more moves over the course of the next couple of days. Ronnie Stanley for the Ravens at left tackle was coming off a Pro Bowl season, and he was probably one of the best players poised to hit that open market. But he wanted to be in Baltimore, and the Ravens were motivated to keep him. So those two sides were able to work out a deal, and I think that is a win-win for both sides. Now, as I mentioned, things happen quickly at this time of the year. Certainly the Ravens will try to keep some of their free agents who are currently out there potentially talking with other teams, and they also could bring in other players as well. But a reminder is that the Ravens are tight against the salary cap, and they already made a big-time move keeping Ronnie Stanley, so I don't expect any major fireworks right now for the Ravens, but who knows? Eric DeCosta always seems to have something up his sleeve. Now, as I mentioned, things happen quickly, so make sure that you are staying on top of all the news. Follow us across social media, and also check back to BaltimoreRavens.com and our mobile app. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again tomorrow.